Welcome back to Stay Tuned. I'm Tony Angelo, and do you know what's better than one cheap turbocharged shop truck? Two cheap turbocharged shop trucks. This is Barb's D100. It's a 225 slant 6 4-speed with a draw-through turbo setup, and this is my 83 GMC 1500, also 4-speed, 250 inline 6. And today we're gonna boost them up, battle it out, and see which one is faster or which one blows up harder. Let's go. Race you to the shop, we'll get started. So this is truck A. This is the original cheap turbo truck. This is a 1980, last year, the tin grill D100. Barb had been looking for one for a while. He actually had one that was a mess during the pandemic. He did a bunch of work to it, wound up selling it. We was over it. And for his birthday last year, 2 years,
couple of years,
2 years ago,
yeah.
I found this thing dirt cheap, 800 bucks on Marketplace, snuck down and bought it for him. And I surprised him with it. And what I love about this whole project is Barb, similar to me. He bought it, we got it running in 2 seconds. It needed a couple of things to get running and driving. We weren't just gonna, he has a 5.9 small block on a engine stand at his house and is eventually gonna swap it, but why not mess with this motor first?
I bet you this makes more power as it is than that stock.
But the point is, like, why, don't take a good running engine out of your car. You know, you don't have to spend 10 grand rebuilding this slant 6 and making 40 more horsepower, but like, will we pay 800 bucks to put a turbo on it?
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
And this thing has been awesome, and it was like wildly successful. That is the cheapest turbo money can buy, 130 bucks plus a Holley 500 2-barrel carburetor and a couple of lines and some fab work, and we were off and rocking. And this thing used to go 0 to 60 in 19 seconds, and when we were done with it, it went 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds. A lot of wheel speed, a lot of spin.
9.7.
Yes!
Hell yeah!
Yeah! So cut that time in half for, I think, about $1,000 which is awesome. He still drives it. Any issues?
Went through a couple of clutch throw bearings, but we fixed that.
Fixed that. You had some like leaky water necks, stupid things.
Yeah.
But basically, he's been driving it here and there.
Yeah.
You know, for the last year or so. It's awesome. Wicked. Inspired me to kind of do the same thing when I got offered the chance to buy this thing. This is the Stay Tuned shop truck, square body, you know, classic GMC 1500 Sierra, but you know, it could be a C10, they're all the same. Basically any GM 73 to 87 gets you the square body that everybody's pretty hot on. And I was able to buy this thing for 1,500 bucks. It sat in the field for almost 20 years. But again, blew the junk out of the fuel system and it fired right up.
Right up. We
refreshed the brakes, put a seat in it, windshield, rear glass, because some things that exploded them. And I started driving around. And this truck drives fantastic. Same kind of thing. I was like, let's boost it up. We've had so much fun with Barb's truck, and mine can be a little bit different. So we wound up doing a blow-through turbo on mine. Barb's got a suck-through turbo. I didn't have quite as much success as Barb. I believe I have more potential, to be honest. It's a little bit bigger motor. It's a little bit newer. It has probably a little bit less miles on it. This thing ran about the same, 19 seconds to 60 right off the bat. And then we turbocharged it and it went down to 14. But I have a blow-through turbo. I think it's harder to tune. I think his draw-through system is a little bit right out of the box. It's going to be better. So that's okay. We got big plans. I want to make this thing way, way faster, and we're going to get rocking right now.
Hell yeah.
Let me do a little bit different.
Trucks, dude.
What? I'm pumped. I believe there's a lot of potential in this thing. We've got some really fun stuff to do, so we're going to get them turned all the way up. You know, last time I was hammering on this thing, I was like, please don't explode. But it's been a really great truck. I have cruised it around a lot, just not really boosting it up. And I want to be able to put the screws to this thing, so let's get rocking. Yeah, oh, I just got a text. We have to hit the road, and I have to drive the 911. The twin turbo power kraut hasn't been on the road at all yet. It was pouring the night we got it tuned, and we have to go run and grab some cash to buy an engine. Totally separate thing, I'll tell you in a minute. But let's drive the 911.
You got to push?
Nah.
All right, fire it up.
this absolute death trap.
You gotta run an errand.
Yeah, I gotta run an errand.
Twin turbo V8 on 11, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That goes fast.
Wow.
Comes on crazy.
Yeah.
It used to be NA, super snappy, you know, instant response. Now it's got a little bit of that turbo lag, but then. Bro. Oh my god.
Oh, man, that's a freaking roller coaster, dude.
My heart.
Oh, it's a rocket ship.
I got the chills, dude.
That was a rocket ship. It kept going, man.
What's
It stopped.
insane is that we cut it at 8 pounds, so it's making right around 500 wheel because the clutch can't handle anymore and neither can the transmission. But I thought it would be like spinning tires and being insane, but really it just feels like it has this insane top end.
Going to outer space.
Pulls. So we just got back from ripping the 911 around. I am completely awake now. Feeling good, ready to do turbo truck stuff. I've got a bunch of upgrades to do to this thing. The first thing I'm gonna do is throw a Hurst shifter on it. It is a 3-speed overdrive, it's a 4-speed, that comes with a sort of Hurst shifter, and if you throw a proper competition shifter on it, it's gonna work real good. All right, so by some random coincidence, Barb's truck and my truck are both running the overdrive version of the A833. This is called an NP833, I believe. It's a new process. It's slightly later, but it's basically the same AA33 box that all Mopars ran. Why it's in a Chevy, I don't know the politics of back in the day or how that, what was going on in Detroit where they put these things in Chevys, but they did. So we put a competition shifter on Barb's. Worked great. I'm gonna do the same thing on mine. These are made by Hurst already. They're just not as dialed in as a comp shifter, but lots and lots of OEM shifters in the 60s, 70s, and 80s were made by Hurst. By the way, Hurst, Pennsylvania company out of Warminster, Pennsylvania, not far from where I grew up. And they made some of the coolest parts ever. And they got bought by Holley. And they're still rocking. That's one. That thing has, cool, okay, yeah, these can put up a little bit of a fight. I don't think this thing's been apart since the Reagan administration, so it's a little extra stiff. That's all 3 rods. First, second, overdrive, whatever. There's a reverse in there somewhere. Do yourself a favor, if you're not familiar with it, and take a picture of it with your iPhone or whatever phone you have. Is there a raccoon under here?
You hear that, right?
No, I got a weird, like a little bear smudge or like a raccoon paw print under here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Take a picture of it.
I can't, my hands are dirty.
I got a picture of it.
We'll take it on the video. You can watch it in the episode.
I got 24 pictures of it for every second.
There she is. See? It's already a Hurst, but we're going to put it in a hot one. A racing one. Stock style shifter. The handle doesn't bolt on. It has usually rubber in here. This gets rid of all the feel and the direct action. And then the gates in here aren't as precise. So get yourself a super comp. Everything gets better. Cool. All right, I've got this stock shifter in a vise. I'm going to try to get the stock shift handle out. Number one, because I didn't get one with my new Competition Plus shifter. And number two, I like the way this fits. And if you drill holes in them, you can use them in the Competition Plus guys. So it's not bad. You're supposed to take a... To remove these is not too bad sometimes. You take a thin feeler gauge. You try to shove it in. There's these little detents. You push those out. And then you pull on this real hard and try not to knock your teeth out. It's just that easy. Might need two. To remove these is not too bad. To remove these is not too bad. Did it? The birds are laughing at me.
They just bolted into the factory.
Yeah, this was like to save 2 bolts or something and let them put it in rubber mounted, I guess. It's like trying to use a noodle as a sword. It's not working great.
Old saying.
To remove these is not too bad. Everybody at home with a weak stomach, I'm going to use a chrome socket on an impact. Hold on tight.
Oh my God, it worked!
All right, so Hurst makes a universal shifter where all of the little shift levers go straight down. I may use that one. Barb got this one for a Mopar. This fit better in his truck for some reason. This one looks more similar to them. This one looks more similar to what I've got. So that's what I'm going to use. There's a little bit of adjustment in these rods anyway because for some reason this second lever goes way back. Hopefully it doesn't hit anything in the truck. It'll be fine. See that there? This is what we use. Weasel Whiz penetrator. It's made out of real weasels. Ouch. Double ouch. And I'm going to lay these out in the order they're coming out.
I'm going to steal the one you're not using.
You can see here, these have rubber bushings in them. See that? Come in here. That's not going to feel good or like a direct shifting thing. So those are going away. I'll make a big mess with it, but the more the merrier, more or less. And I can use the quick clips on it. So we're really turning this thing into something high performance here. And you want to get the grease everywhere, absolutely everywhere. That's the mark of a good craftsman. Yep. This one's going to have to go the other way. How was this bent here? All right, well, that's going to get interesting. I don't think it can fit there. Nope. You know what? I'm going to check the other one out. Dialed here. I had it upside down before. Don't worry about it. Yeah. The 1 and 2 rod is this one. I think it might have to be lengthened a little bit. I've got lots of weasel whiz on everything, try to break it loose, but we're going to see what sits in the car. It's basically that easy. Then we'll set the stops up and we'll be in business. And this old sloppy thing with the rubber is going to just go to the scrap pile. We'll probably save it somewhere. All right, I've got it on the bracket. Just going back up in the transmission here. So these are the shift levers on an old school box like this, 4-speed. First, second, third, fourth, reverse. They're flipped here because it's an overdrive. 3-4 is flipped because actually it uses fourth, which is 1-to-1 as third gear, and then overdrive is less than 1. But basically you just have to make sure these levers can line up perfectly. And since there is no actual shifter kit for this thing, there are no rods off the shelf we can use, so we're gonna have to just cut, shorten, or lengthen as needed.
Sick.
There it is, now I'll tighten it up. This is the alignment pin up here. That holds the shifter in neutral. These detents click into neutral, and then you just make them all fit. Put them in, you're good to go. All right, so we got reverse and 1-2 rods to work. We're gonna have to lengthen the 3-4 rod by about an inch. I'm gonna cut it in the middle here. Barb's got some exhaust hanger. Because of how tight it is, it can't really move out or in. The transmission body is here and the other rod is down there. So we're gonna end-to-end weld it with some stainless exhaust hanger stuff we have laying around. So I'm gonna cut this right in the middle here, right on the straight. Barb is working on that hanger. We're gonna give them a real nice taper on them.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna put a deep taper on both ends to really encourage the weld to fill in between them and make a nice strong weld, because we have to weld end to end. Where's the ground at? You got a ground?
Right there. All right, so I've got this piece of stainless welded in there. It was about an inch. I did 2 passes around to really make sure it's not going to come apart, and we are going to test fit this in the truck.
All right, so the other shifter levers on the shifter itself were all pushed over about half an inch. So the angle of our rods are tweaked a little bit. So we're just gonna make a spacer back here, push it out. I think we have 3/8 aluminum or 1/4. Cut it, drill 3 holes in it, and I think we'll be in business. All right, spacer's in. Comp Plus her shifter is in. I'm gonna throw some 80W90 in this thing. It had ATF in it. Some people run that. I think 80W90 is a much better choice. And then we are going to get on to making this ignition work with the turbo. So let's get rocking. Keep it moving. It's only 8 o'clock. Rocking? Yep. Hurst Comp Plus in there. This thing's shifting a ton better already. Even better when it's running. But it's pizza time. I'm starving. It's a late night, and we're ready to go. Where they at, Barb? Dope. All right, it's pizza time. As you know, stay tuned. Is a pizza team with a racing problem. We're gonna dig into this pepperoni pie. The DoorDasher wound up driving it halfway across the state, but it's back. It's lukewarm. I'm gonna eat it anyway because it looks amazing. If you guys want, so you know, you can send us a pie. You don't have to, but people said, hey, I don't want to buy any more shirts, and I want to support the channel. How can I do it? And so we have a Buy Us a Pizza button. Feel free to just watch the shows and like and subscribe, but if you want to, buy us a pie. This is from
Barry Griffith.
Barry Griffith, number 99 from the Giants Despair Hill Climb. It's the PA Hill Climb Association. There's like 3 or 4 super gnarly events out here. Giants Despair is one we're definitely interested in checking out, so we'll cook up with those guys at some point. But let's eat some pizza before I pass.
Pickup truck style.
Yes.
You're gonna get a plate. Or just put it in your face.
No. Look at it. Look at it. Don't look at my thumb. Look at it. Don't look at my thumb.
But only shoot it for a quick second so that he can eat too. Yep.
Cut. So one of the things you have to do to properly tune your turbocharged car is pull timing under boost. If you have a ton of advance, you'll have detonation, knock the rings off your pistons. Bad things happen. And the more boost you run, the more timing you have to pull. Usually it's like 1 degree per pound of boost or so. But if you have one of these trucks, there's a really cool workaround that we figured out, mostly by digging around on the internet. But basically, the deal is this. If you have an HEI distributor, and even if you don't, because Barb's gonna do this too, there are these little modules. Now, we're doing a very low buck, very cool solution to this. Barb, what do these things cost? 30 bucks?
Yeah.
So 30 bucks, you get yourself this 5-pin HEI module. You see this little R right there? If this pin sees ground, it pulls 5 degrees of timing. It retards it 5 degrees, which is perfect for us. We're gonna be running 8, 9, 10 pounds of boost. So all you need to do is get this sucker, take your regular one out, put this in, run a regular wire out. This is called a Hobbs switch. Hobbs switch is just a pressure switch that's going to close under boost, and it is adjustable. It will ground this R tab to ground and thereby immediately retarding 5 degrees of timing, which is going to work out awesome. So we're going to get into this sucker here. Why do you hate me? I guess. Okay, again, it's a very straightforward procedure. There is the old HEI module, and I'll just yank it out and bolt this sucker right in there. Run one wire through the base of the distributor out, and as soon as it sees ground, it's going to pull 5 degrees of timing. And hopefully to like just quicken up the timing a little bit, I'm going to pull off these factory springs. I'm going to put in one blue spring from an MSB kit we had laying around, because this thing is pretty burly. But I don't want to go too nuts. It's stock cam, stock motor. You know, it doesn't need anything crazy, but I think this will help it get into boost just a little bit faster. Got the R for racing right there. We're going racing. You can also do this on a non-HEI equipped car. Look at Barb. It looks simple enough, right?
Dude, they're talking about heat sink compound, squirts them onto your mounting plate.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out for that on the road.
Oh man.
All right, so I just put a connector on there. I don't have the thin one, but we smashed it on there anyway. Should work fine. Yeah, that one on. All right, great. All right, rock and roll. I'll bolt it all back together. As soon as that blue wire sees ground, it's gonna pull 5 degrees of timing. I don't know if the camera's picking it up because of frame rates and stuff and shutter speed, but it's totally working. It's at idle, so not a lot of advance, and if I hit it, you can just hear it. Yep. Barb, rev it up a little bit. Okay, this is how I'm making it. All right. It's definitely working. That looks like a lot of 5 degrees, by the way. What? Maybe a couple more degrees than 5. It's definitely working. This costs $47, and it's gonna pull timing under boost. Let's see what happens. All right, so we've got our low buck timing setup done. We're gonna pass out for now, come back in the morning and keep on cracking. It's gonna be a bunch of tuning, turn the boost up, see what these things can do. I feel like this thing's pulling a lot of timing, so I might have to run like a lot of boost to make it all work. We'll find out. Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's do it. All right, it's a whole new morning here. We got some rest, and you know, we're a little bleary-eyed last night looking at all those instructions for Barb's HEI setup. I've looked at it. We can totally do it. It's going to be very straightforward. So we're going to knock that out now. So Barb will have the same Hobbs pressure switch triggering the 5-pin HEI module that I'm going to run in my truck. Hopefully they both work great. And I wanted to give you a little more info. You can look up the part number HEI module DR137 if you want to get one. They're for like Oldsmobile Toronado V8s. Why they need to pull a bunch of timing out of them, I still don't know, but it's going to work for us. We're going to just mount it all up here, HEI module, pull our 12 volts off of the alternator. That's going to be our pickup. And then we're going to run a blaster coil we had laying around. So it should be much better than it is. Let's get rocking.
Bad day, every day is a bad, bad, bad
right, so we've got Barb's truck converted to HEI GM style ignition. Basically, you take the pickup from the distributor, run it to that module, 2 more wires to the coil, another wire up to 12 volts ignition all the time. This is that tab that's going to pull timing under boost when we run into the hop switch later. But I just want to make sure it runs. We haven't done this before. I think I got it all figured out. Give it a crank. There you go. Went smooth, huh? Rev it up a little bit. A little bit. There you go. Not so complicated. Not too bad. You want to just, I'll ground that out real quick to see if it works. I'm going to ground the ignition retard tab. Here we are. Yeah, it definitely works. There you go. Okay, so we've got the full ignition system working right. Barb changed the, like an intercooler hose. It doesn't matter. It's not really intercooled, but you know, call it a charge pipe. Now we're gonna set his timing. We're gonna aim for like 25, 26 total degrees. Then it should pull it into a range of around 18 is my guess based on what this thing's actually doing, which should be real nice. And then we'll get into fuel tuning and stuff once we're out on the road. But perfect.
Hell yeah.
It's perfect. All right, so he's running like 25 degrees of total mechanical advance. And then when that thing hits, when the hop switch closes, it goes right to 18. It's perfect. All right, we're really getting there. It's almost time to take these trucks out, start tuning them up, and then we're gonna race these puppies. I need a little bit more data just so I can tune my truck properly. I've got an AEM boost gauge and an air fuel gauge that Barb 3D printed in this with our Bamboo X1C that fits into the above radio little cubby hole, so this will actually have a nice use now. And then I've got just a cheapy tack that's going to go in there too, so I know like when I want to shift it at 9,000 RPM, I get it just right. Now, this one doesn't go to 9, Barb. You trying to slow me down? Mm-hmm. Messed up. That plus a fresh set of plugs, and we will be ready to hit the streets. All right, time lapse.
I get a
me.
let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. That was really loud. All right, so my truck is finally ready to tune. I've got the wideband in there. I've got a little ball and spring boost controller in there, a boost gauge and a tack, plus the Hurst shifter. This thing already feels a ton better, but now we're gonna, see what it can really do. First thing I'm gonna do is set my timing. Oh, and I've got my boost ignition retard setup rocking. So I'm gonna set my total timing to like 33 or so, and that way when it pulls 7 or 8, I think it'll be a little bit happier. But that's the first thing I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna take it out and see what the fuel curve looks like. I don't think this thing's ever been properly rich enough, so let's see what happens. Quick timing set, and we're gonna hit the road. Rev it up and hold it. All right. That's like 32 total. See what that does. All right. Here we go. So now that I have an air fuel gauge, I'm gonna hit it a little bit. Yeah. Even there, it's 14 and a half.
Yeah, a little lean.
Certainly lean.
Yeah.
16.
16, maybe we found this.
Yeah, so.
Found this up a little bit.
So it's time to add a bunch. I have a boost reference power valve that's adjustable. I think step 1 will be just back that sucker out.
Yep.
And
that's external, right? You can adjust it externally?
No, it's a power valve. It's in the metering block.
Big carburetor guy.
Yeah. Still very lean. I'm gonna put a bunch more jet in it. It's like 73s. I'm gonna go to like 88s, and I'm gonna back the sucker out. Back that power valve out a little more and see if it works. It was like 30 bucks on the internet, and we're getting what we paid for at this point, I think. It's not doing much. That's all right. It's only got 2 jets. I figure let's go big.
I like your reasoning. Deductive reasoning.
Yeah, 73s. Back in your hole there.
Too small, make big. Just keep doing that over there.
Oh, fun fact, I am editing this video. So if you have any complaints about it,
just don't even.
Don't. I don't know what I'm doing here. We're going to fumble our way through this tomorrow. All of our editor dudes are busy. So I got it. But if the audio's a little funny or you're like, oh, yeah.
You got an episode this week.
Yeah.
We didn't lose the shop this week.
That's the idea. Mm-hmm. I've made plenty of Instagram reels, dude. It's going to be great.
You're good at that, yeah.
If it looks like an Instagram reel, that's why.
You crushed it.
That's why. All right. I got a 4-minute course in Premiere yesterday. I'm going to be fine. All right. Put it back together. That's old, right?
Yep.
The old one's still on there. All right, come on, let's go. All right, I'm going to hit it now.
4 pounds, yeah.
At 4 pounds, it's hitting the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's still gonna, but here's the problem. It's gonna, I have 33 degrees of timing in it. And it should be pulling it to something reasonable, but as soon as that thing hits,
Big rips.
it feels good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Let me see something here.
3 pounds. Feels pretty good. Smells like coolant. Yeah.
What?
Blowing coolant out.
Yeah, we're blowing coolant out. All right, that's a problem.
Oh, a lot of.
Oh yeah. Problems. Out the back there.
Oh no.
What? Did I blow the head gasket out of this thing?
Maybe.
Let's find out.
That was so.
It's fine. It's fine. Maybe it's just hot.
You have a temperature gauge? No.
I don't. I do, but it doesn't work.
That's a lot of smoke. No.
I know, dude. It's a lot of smoke.
Oh no.
Is it running? All right.
Nope.
I'm gonna pull in here.
Yeah, good, yep.
Okay. Yeah, there's no coolant pressure, that's for sure. Damn. It was just starting to run good.
It was so good.
It was starting to really pull, and I was like, all right, I don't know about this timing thing, man. It may not be the move. I don't know. I mean, what's that thing? Where's all this coolant coming from?
I don't know.
Maybe.
You need anything, I'm gonna be here.
All right, thank you.
What happened?
Maybe too much boost. I don't know.
It's not Angelo, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can recognize you. Give me a hand, just like I said, I'll be here.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. All right. Awesome. Neighbors are friendly. All right, dude. I don't know, man. Is it clearing up? No?
No.
I didn't think it would.
No.
All right. Let's go back and check the compression on this puppy and see where we're at. Maybe we might have blew the head gasket out of the side of the motor. I fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
I had a blast. Your truck's next.
Yeah.
It's gonna rock it. This thing takes us home, I'll be thrilled.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a win for everybody.
Well, this blows.
Yeah,
I hear it.
something like that. All right. Check the compression. I can let it cool down.
It's probably nuclear. We're driving down the road and I see smoke coming through the hole in the shifter, shifter boot, and I was like,
smell it. I smelled it like
I smell hot smells.
4 seconds before you could see it coming out, and I was like, yeah, this isn't going great. Not going great.
No.
All right. Cool. Okay, well, let's let it cool down. We'll check the compression. I'm assuming it's smoked. I think that's a major head gasket failure. And let's get Barb's truck in here and work some magic on it. Maybe don't use these HEI modules to pull timing. I don't know. It didn't seem to work right. I kept running into it. Maybe it rattled the motor. I'm not sure. Barb has his disconnected. He's just going to run it like without the timing retard under boost, and he's got it set up the same way he had always had it, 25 or so degrees of total timing. You can come down if you want to go up and boost. It's up to you.
Let's give it a shot where it is,
Okay.
and then we can go up if we want.
All right, we're gonna jump in, see if we can maximize this thing, and then like take it out for some rips.
Yeah.
But as far as the battle of the work trucks, looks like the Dodge is coming out on top maybe this time. Come on. Barb's truck is feeling killer. When he hammers on it, if he rolls into it, it's lean. But if he hammers on it, it's like a quick lean spot, and then it runs in around 11, settles in around 11 and 12 AFR, which is right where you want to be for a safe turbo. You know, it's like 12.0 or so. I think that's good. I don't think we're gonna mess with it, but I'm gonna just bump the squirter up a little bit, and we're gonna add a couple tons of boost. And this thing will be the champ, I guess.
Not quite. No.
Let's check the squirter. You want to come in here? Getting right down the throat there. Got it. That's good. It's got some shot now. All right. Barb's truck is ready to rip, but it's super dark here. We're gonna hit it in the morning. It's gonna be awesome. I'm stoked.
Should we pour one out for the old girl?
Yeah, probably. I really like that truck.
So did I.
All right, after crying myself to sleep and then trimming in this sweet mustache, we're back. It's time to take Barb's truck out and see what this thing can really do. It's got the HEI ignition swapped over. I think that's a big upgrade. The boost is up. The tune is better. It's time to lay down some 0 to 60 runs with this thing and see what it can really do. So, hit it, Barb. Or you can do 7 pounds of boost or so. Hit it. Stop. You're going 100.
No way.
All right, no kidding, but you were going fast. All right, 0 to 60, 8.2 so far. And you spun the tires a lot. You could,
I slipped the clutch.
I think you got her in the 7s, maybe the 6.
Woo!
That's pretty good.
All right, all right.
That feels good. We ran 8.2 to 60. This thing's already ripping, and he spun the tires. He wants more boost. We're gonna do it. We decided on 3 clicks. Can you film this? I want to, in case anything bad happens, I want a record. You watching? 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. So Barb has me driving this puppy now. We'll see what she'll do. Buckle up for safety on our closed, very closed course. So the best Barb's truck went 0 to 60 was 8.27 seconds, and I think at the tracker with some traction compound, it would be well into the 7s because it just burns the one tire. It is absolutely killer. I'm gonna say the Dodge definitely won this battle, mostly because my truck is dead and in the ground. But I had a blast. I'm gonna come back. I'm thinking maybe a Vortec 4200 for that thing. Keep it inline 6, keep it turbo down the road. That would be awesome. But Barb is gonna send us out of here with a proper celebration send off. Hit it, Barb. That's it for this episode. Stay tuned. Catch you next time. Attaboy.